Hi, welcome back. This is Kalo Gamer. It's time for a very brief update and pickups video now. Just like to let people know what I've been up to recently in the world of gaming, which to be honest hasn't been a lot. I've been a little bit busy outside of gaming recently, but got a few pickups to show. PC Engine, Super Famicom, and also a console repair that I managed to carry out. So without further ado, we'll get on to the console repair. Now, you probably remember a while back I picked up this Japanese PS1. As I say, it was an unboxed one, so I've got these foam pads on the side, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I managed to pick up this roughly the same price as the post. It was only about 25 quid, 30 quid posted from Japan. Now, as I say, I didn't have any problems with it at first, but after a few weeks or so, it started to get a few issues reading games. Now, I decided I didn't want to sticking a machine on its side or at an angle or whatever, which is the usual cure for disk read errors with PS1. So that's one of the reasons why I picked the PS1 up in the first place, because I didn't know about all these disk read issues, because a friend of mine had the same problem. I always remember him sitting his PlayStation on its arse to read the games. So I decided I didn't want to live with the one with the problem with the CD drive issue, so I've replaced it. Now I picked this replacement drive up, the one I've fitted now, and it works a dream now. It's a cracking little machine for the moment. So see how long this drive lasts. But yeah, I picked it up from Hong Kong. A replacement part. It was only 7 quid, including post from Hong Kong. It arrived in just over a week. As I say, I've replaced it. Here's the original one. It's got the black casing on the original one. That's the only real difference I can see with it. So it's got the grey one. I think that's like the later model PS1, as they call it. Right, the slim one, is it? The little tiny one, the light coloured one. But yeah. It had an adapter cable with it as well, which you had to fit because the difference in the positioning and the cabling and such. It's got this sort of bridging cable that went across. But yeah, it's all included with the price, say 7 quid, and it works a dream now. So yeah, happy with that one. Right, we get on to the pickups. Now, managed to pick up quite a few PC Engine games recently. Let's start with the lower profile ones. First up is Tekken Sinjin, which is a scrolling samurai beat 'em up. This one I managed to pick up. Complete bar, rego and foam. So it's a little case there. I'll put it back in the case. It's in decent condition. It's not perfect. It's got a little bit of marking on the back of the manual. Very slight, sort of like staining from the rubber case. But yeah, bar that, it's in a nice clean condition. Like I say, I really do like these hook guards, the details, the artwork and such. It's really nice having them on the card. So yeah, that was about 6 quid, couple of quid with the post. It's an okay game. It's a 6 out of 10 game. Not brilliant, ain't to set the world alight, but as I say, for the price and for the PC Engine, I've never owned that one before, and I was happy to pick it up. So yeah, that's the first one. Next one is Bari Denetsu, which is a motorbike racing game. This one was released by Taito. This one was about 7 or 8 quid with the post from Japan. It's in a nice clean condition. It's complete. You can see loads of these loose. You don't see many complete. It's even got the rego card in it as well. And so the manual's in a nice, clean, undamaged condition. Card's got a bit of wear on it, a couple of scuffs on it. It's probably got a slight discoloration as well to it. But yeah, it's a bit of a mark on the back there. That's actually on the sleeve. I think it might be on the rubber sleeve, to be honest. But yeah, it's in a nice overall condition, and I say, it only cost about 6-7 quid, something like that, complete. So yeah, happy to pick that one up. Never owned that one before at all. I did own Racing Damashi, I think it's called, by Irem, which was okay. It's sort of like a final lap twin motorbike game. But this one is more like Super Hang-On, or should I say it's more like Hang-On actually. It's okay. It's not brilliant. Again, it's another one of these sort of games I'm just going to complete the PC Engine collection. I'm not going for a full set, I'm just going for the more popular games because there are some stinkers out there. Yeah, it's a nice game. Done brilliant. It's another 6 out of 10 game. Next up, Wondermo. Now this one's a conversion of a Namco coin-op. It's quite an old coin-op. It's probably like 1987, something like that, 1986. But yeah, it's in a really, really nice condition. This one, it's like, you know, it's almost like new. Yeah, the card is like really minty, and so is the protective case. Yeah. Again, it's another 6 out of 10 game. It ain't brilliant, but it plays a fairly decent little arcade game, sort of like a platform scrolling beat 'em up. The play area is a little bit small. So obviously, if you see any reviews for it, they'll mention that as well, which makes it feel a little bit lightweight. But it features some nice, colourful graphics and sound, some smooth gameplay, and a bit of eye-kicking action. No panty shots there, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Next up, another scrolling platform beat 'em up. This one's got a bit of a bigger gameplay area in it. It reminds me very much of Rolling Thunder cross between Power Rangers, and this one's Cybercross. Again, it's in really nice condition. I say it's another one from Japan. It was around about 8-9 quid with a post. Decent clean condition. Minimal wrinkling on the manuals, a little bit on the side there, but ain't a lot. Again, it's got the protective rubber case. The cartridge is, or should I say, the card's in a nice clean condition as well. There's no major damages or scuffs to the back of it or anything. Yeah, that one's another 6 out of 10 game. Not brilliant, but again, it's a decent little game for PC Engine. It's worth picking up. Less common in a complete state and in a decent condition, so I'm quite happy to pick that one up. Right, next on we've got another sort of platform game, and this one's Doraemon Arabian Adventures. If everyone's familiar with Doraemon the cat, he's quite a familiar figure in Japan. It's been going for a few years now. It's quite iconic. This one plays a little bit like sort of like Jackie Chan-y, PC Kiddie, Mario-y platform scrolling action game. A little bit of Japanese in there. It's quite quirky. That one was about 7 quid. Again, really nice condition as well. I'm quite happy to pick that one up at that price. Been looking for it complete. And I say, for that price, it was a really nice pickup. Happy with that one. The more modern style cube case as well. Yeah, happy with that one. It's a nice little game actually. It plays nice. That one's a 7 out of 10 game in my opinion. Right, now we're on to Shoot 'em Up Land, which a lot of people are more interested with, and this time it's Vague's Tactical Gladiator. This one's a scrolling shoot 'em up. It's a left to right scroller featuring a Cybernator style assault suits Vulcan Gundam robot that you control. Controls a little bit weird on this one. It's quite tricky. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. It features some nice graphics and sound. The gameplay's a little bit tricky. The controls are a little bit awkward, but I'm glad to have picked it up. I've never owned this one before. Took a punt on it again. I think that one was a £5, and it was a couple of quid. I think it was £2.40 post. So for £7.50 for a complete PC Engine game. Oh, sorry, bar the phone. Which for some reason a lot of sellers don't seem to stick the foam in there, but you know, maybe it's got damaged or lost or whatever, or they've kept them out for the more high profile titles, I don't know. But yeah, it's got the manual, it's got the nice condition box, and the cards in a decent, nice clean condition as well. And so that one was actually developed by Game Arts. Yeah, but published by Victor, and that one's Vague's Tactical Gladiator, and that one's another 6 out of 10. Last up, we've got 2 shoot 'em ups. First up, we will look at Formation Armed F. Now, this was a shoot 'em up developed by originally Nichibutsu. It's a little bit like sort of like a Terra Crestry style shoot 'em up. You've got these pods that you can change the formations for. It's pretty generic, but to be honest, if you look at the videos on YouTube, I looked at a few videos in the past of this, and I thought, I don't really like the look of it. Colours looked a bit garish, the music seemed a bit scratchy, the gameplay looked a bit stale. But to be honest, I saw this for about 12 quid in a really nice condition, and I thought, what the hell, I'm going to give it a try, and I'm glad I did, because to me, it's a really nice little tricky shoot 'em up. It's worth picking up and taking a shot at. I like it. I do like this one, but it's difficult. But it's got that want to play it again. I really want to play it again. Every time I shove it on, I might get tortured, but I really do want to play it again. And it's got that gameplay, addictive, something that the likes of Ikaruga just, you know, it might be a graphical powerhouse, but Ikaruga just doesn't have that. Don't know, that killer gameplay edge. So you like, but I've got to say I prefer this one over Ikaruga on the Dreamcast. Hate me for it, whatever. But yeah, that one is a really cracking shooter if you can pick it up. It's tricky. It ain't gonna set the world alight with the graphics and sound, but it's just addictive. It's enjoyable. And that, to me, that's what matters. Formation Armed F, cracking shooter. So I'm well happy with that. Paying 13 quid for that, brilliant. And finally, Toy Shop Boys. Now this is another little shooter that's worth picking up. Features some like simplistic graphics, as in it's like well, it is just simplistic graphics. It's a really nice little shooter to play though. It's well balanced. It's tricky, but again, it's quite an addictive little shooter. It's in box complete, nice condition. This one's actually got the foam. This one cost about £12.50. I think with the post it was borderline 15 quid. So, but I'm really happy to pick that up because it's in a really nice condition, and it's quite an uncommon title to get in a really nice condition. So even the spines still got the colouring on there, which obviously on a lot of these older games they do tend to fade. But that's a nice little shooter as well. I recommend that one. I say Formation Armed F. I'll give that one an 8, borderline 9. Toy Shop Boys, I'll give that an 8. It's a really cracking little shooter. It's worth picking up. And final pickup for the day is a Super Famicom game, and this one is Super Valis. Now this one I just bought to make up the numbers, to be honest. I've played Valis games in the past, I think they're okay, but they ain't brilliant. I just picked this one up because it was about 6 quid. And it was only about a £1.50 post, and it was from a guy that was selling a PC Engine game, so I just thought to make the price up to less than the max requirement for, or you know, for the import tax. I just thought I'll just pick a Super Famicom game that he was selling, and this was probably one of the better ones that he got, and it was Super Valis. It's box complete. Box has got a little bit of damage here and there on it, to be honest, but for 6 quid with a manual. It's a platform slasher. If anyone's familiar with the Valis games, it's okay. That one, I'll give that one a 6 out of 10. Decent gameplay, nothing brilliant, ain't to set the world alight. So, that's it for now. That's all the pickups. That's a repair. And that's the typical bag of shit Sony drive. And this is the K-Lite Gamer saying thanks for spending the last 15 minutes with me talking absolute crap about games. Thanks for viewing.